You know, even though I've been a doula for 5 years, I'm a labor and delivery nurse. I have several friends that have had kids, and I've heard all the stories. There were so many things that I was very nervous about because it's my first time. I didn't know how I was going to show up. I didn't know how, pregnancy was going to affect me. I was nervous because of all the unknowns. And in hindsight, it's hard because I waited so long, prayed so hard for this pregnancy, and there were times when fear and just worry about the unknown kept me from enjoying my pregnancy. But there are about 5 things that I did that I am so glad that I did, and I want you to know them so that you can do them too. Hey, welcome to my channel. I'm Imani. I am the owner of Confident Care Birth Co. I talk about all things pregnancy, birth, postpartum, and preconception related. So I'm glad that you chose this video to enter into my world. And a big thing on this channel is talking through my experience as a first-time mom with already having like all this birth experience and experiencing it for myself the first time. And so I was thinking about how I loved my pregnancy experience, and I was just thinking, like, what were the things about pregnancy that I had control over that I really enjoyed? Like, I didn't have the control over the fact that my pregnancy did not have a lot of symptoms. I felt really normal. That's a blessing, that's God. But the things that I did have control over was my mindset and the ways that I kind of did things during pregnancy. So here is a list of 5 things that I am so glad that I did in my pregnancy. And I really hope that you are able to incorporate these things into your pregnancy or pregnancy in the future. The biggest thing for me is we're not gatekeeping. We're not trying to make it seem like this was something that I did that was so special for me. I think this is something that almost anybody can experience that will just make their pregnancy experience so much better. Oops, let me fix my hair. Number 1, I surrounded myself with the right people. I was really big on building my birth team. Even before I was pregnant, I had ideas in my mind about who would be there for me when I became pregnant. And so when that actually happened, I locked in. So I picked the provider that I wanted. I chose a midwifery care, and I loved it. I also had a reproductive endocrinology team, and they were amazing. But on top of that, I had a doula, I had a chiropractor, a prenatal massage therapist. I had a therapist that I was working with, like for my mental health. I had a handful of people that were supporting me in different ways throughout my pregnancy, and that definitely made such a difference. I didn't feel like I had to figure it all out myself, even though I did know a lot. There were so many things I didn't know specific to my pregnancy, and I knew the people to go and ask questions. Even more than medical providers, I also have friends. Like most of my friends, like I said, most of my friends already had kids, so I could go to them for, that sage advice. But I also wanted to intentionally engage with women who were in pregnancy for their first time, like me, similar age, and that was a game changer as well. Number 2 on the list is that I took preconception slash pregnancy education very seriously. I know that I knew a lot. I knew that I knew a lot, but I knew that I also didn't know everything. When I chose my doula, we still went through, hey, where are the gaps that I might not be aware of for my pregnancy that I needed to have more information about? I had a childbirth education class. I chose to be the client, to be the patient, because in my role as the medical provider or as the support provider, I am always thinking about other people, and I needed this time for other people to think about me, and not for me to control things, but for me to receive, be on the receiving end. And that blessed me so much. It was amazing to be the recipient this time. And I will say the education gave me a lot of peace. There were things that I was reminded of that I knew, but I had forgotten. And on top of that, my husband was able to be a part of the education. So it was like we were doing this together. It wasn't like, hey, I already know everything. I'm carrying the baby and I have all the knowledge. No, my husband was a part of the process as well, and he loved it. Number 3 is that I made rest a priority. Some of y'all know already that I had a lot of really hard things going on during my pregnancy. My mom had major surgery to remove cancer from her body the day before we found out we were pregnant. And she was recovering for that. I was her main caretaker with my sister. And then a few months after that, she became sick again, and we were her main caretakers all throughout that process. Then, unfortunately, she passed away. So, for the entirety of my pregnancy, I was dealing with really, really heavy and hard emotions and experiences. And I knew that I could not control what was going on around me. And I had a lot of people telling me to, relax, don't do too much, even don't cry too much. But there are things that I can't control. And God knew that this would be the situation that would essentially be the environment for my pregnancy. And so, as much as I could trust and rest and relax, I did. I knew that I would have to show up for the things I needed to show up for. And other than that, I was just caring for me and my baby. So that meant stepping away from friends for a bit. That meant stepping away from my business, because that role is completely about putting all your care and attention into other people. I had to just protect this really special moment, and especially how it would affect me emotionally, because my emotions and the stress hormones going on in my body would definitely affect my baby. And so rest was pivotal as much as possible. And in that same vein, number 4 is that I honored the spiritual aspect of pregnancy, at the very, it was very important for me to be spiritually minded while pregnant. Only God knew who my baby would be, how my baby would grow, the circumstances in which my baby would come. I knew none of it, and so I inclined to my Father, and I prayed a lot during pregnancy. One of the best things for me during pregnancy was listening to Birth Affirmations, Christian hypnobirthing app. It changed the game for me for about, what was it? For about 4 months, I would go to sleep listening to these birth affirmations in preparation for birth, but also just to keep my mind focused on the Lord and not on the things that were going on around me. I wanted to be really, really happy, but sometimes it was hard. And prayer and reading my Bible and these Christian birth affirmations were the glue that held me together in my pregnancy. It was amazing. I loved embracing the spiritual side of my pregnancy. And number 5, I made sure to be physically active. Now, before you all think you know what I mean by that, let me tell you right here, I am not your athlete. I'm not your gym girly. I'm the one that's going for a walk. And so I walked a lot in my neighborhood. I would do a mile or 2 around my neighborhood. And whether it was summer, winter, fall, I wanted to get outside and move. Even when it was hard, I made sure to do a little video on YouTube. I'm going to shout out Grow with Joe, because she got me through a lot of times when I did not want to do anything. But a quick little dance workout was important to move my body. And it's not just about looking good in pregnancy. It's about feeling good. It's about blood circulation. It's about getting those pelvic muscles moving and flexible and ready for birth. So if you are the type to be in the gym, love that for you. I was not. So for y'all like me, the walking is great. It's perfect for pregnancy. So obviously this is not an exhaustive list. It's just, hey, the top 5 things that I could think of really fast that I know made the biggest difference in my pregnancy, and I don't want y'all to overlook. Go ahead and comment and let me know if you have tried any of these things, if you've been pregnant before. And if you haven't, let me know which ones stand out that you are like, what? I didn't think about that at all. Because having these conversations pre-pregnancy is such a game changer. I truly believe I was able to enjoy my pregnancy so much more because I had this foundation of education and understanding of birth before I got into that phase of my life. So follow for more videos like this, some more insight into my business journey. I'm doing a lot, I'm going through a lot, and I don't know it all. So I'm just excited to share everything that I'm learning. So if you're in the same boat, we can learn from each other. If you enjoyed this video, please consider subscribing and following along. There will be more videos just like this coming up. Okay, that's it. See you in the next video.